Well, Ian, fantastic afternoon, 3 points on the board. How did you assess that one?
I wish I was as happy as you are. We went behind, stupid throw-in. The lads need to know their jobs. My bench tells them too much. They need to learn that. They need to do that. We let a silly goal in. Great comeback by half-time. And then we stopped playing after we scored. Their manager threw the kitchen sink on there and we just forgot to then play. We should have counter-attacked against them while they were wide open. And this is us last year again while we were losing. So I didn't enjoy it, really, I have to say.
Although victory this afternoon, do you learn a lot about your team in circumstances like this, that next week you can put that to the test and really start to learn on those mistakes that you're making?
Mate, we could have thrown that away because we don't know each other well enough. We're not well groomed. There's some really talented young people in that team. And we can't just expect that if I put them on, they're going to be brilliant. You know, that Botan normally does some stuff for us and gets excited. Unfortunately, it didn't work for him today. But, you know, we had this nervousness about us last season when we weren't doing very well. And that looks like it's back. I don't want that. So we've got to talk about it. We've got to show them. We've got to let them take responsibility for doing things. And I need to look at how many forwards I got on my bench and how many defenders I might have to put on in the future if we need to do that, you know. So I was delighted Harry made it. He didn't train all week. Scored a great header, great ball from Snoods. So there was lots and lots of good stuff, but I don't feel that way. Do you get what I mean? So I'm not being negative, I'm just being honest. I don't feel like that, you know. It's a great win. Take that all day long. The ref made a terrible mistake. They had a great move building where they're going to go through and you've got to play an advantage. And then the rest of the time, the first half, I don't know what sort of things he was doing. Any chance of giving us a free kick, any chance of... Right, the very first tackle in the game should have been a yellow card, in my opinion. But anyway, good job I'm not a ref in it. I got enough to sort out myself, but that's not my favourite ever game. I'll take the points. It was an ugly win, but well done to the lads for seeing it through.
You talk about those good moments, obviously Drinnan getting us back in the game with a really lovely finish, and then obviously Harry's header before half-time as well. You know, two forwards that you got on the pitch today that are creating a lovely partnership and getting on the score sheet as well.
Well, Drins chases and runs and it smashed him in the face. It wasn't a pretty goal, but then he outrun. He was excellent today, absolutely excellent. We missed him the end of last year, and I'm delighted he stayed. I'm delighted we got him back, and that's a great finish. I thought he was outstanding. And then in the end with young Snowden, you know, Drins is a foot taller than him. They're going to whack it on our heads, so I'm a little bit worried about that. We got Harry who could go back in there, and I wanted him to stay there and head it out. And we got Big Phil, so we managed to hold it out. But the chaos of the last couple of minutes, I'm really not happy with, you know, because Aaron Drinnan needed to come off, and somehow we've ended up taking off Finley with the mic because I haven't got the mic. Yeah, it's just woo. So I'm a little bit savage, but never mind, we'll be all right.
We were talking off camera about, obviously, first game at the Nigelady County Ground. You were praising the ground staff for the efforts that they've put in throughout the summer, how good the pitch was, obviously trained yesterday. So it must just feel good to be back at home as well in front of our supporters.
It's fantastic. You know, we fell off at the end here. We were unbeaten for God knows how long, and then Bromley stuffed us 1-0. We missed a penalty, so that hurt. But, you know, last week we should have had a point there. We should have got 3 today. We did get 3. But, you know, what can I say to Pogues? I think our groundsman absolutely outstanding. Thanks to the chairman. He's actually paid for that. And he gave me the budget back so I could try and build a squad to grow. He didn't have to do that, but he did. So, you know, but what a job. It's all right paying for a pitch, but what a job he's done. And he let us train on it yesterday. So massive thanks to him, because we're all in it together. You know, hopefully the fans will enjoy the comeback. Nobody enjoyed the last few minutes, but it is what it is. We're going to have to duck, dive, take some punches along the way. We're not always going to keep the ball out of our net. It's a tough division. But what I loved about today, we never looked like we weren't going to score, did we? We always looked dangerous. We always looked like we were going forward. We always looked like we got some talent. We got some great crosses in. One of them led to a goal from young Snowden. Finley did well down that left. But these young lads have got to work their way in. Hopefully, McGregor will be able to. He played 60-odd minutes last week. Billy Bowden's played 60-odd minutes. So I can hopefully share it out a little bit. But I'm just really sort of shell-shocked. The feeling on that bench felt just like last year when we were down the bottom. I don't want to feel that way. But it'll take a while for me to have confidence that they know what they're doing instead of looking at my bench all day. So we got to stop that.